Well, here we are, one day before D-Day. Welcome to the program, third most listened to show in all of America from New York City. I'm glad you're here. Oh, yeah. Wake up, America! Wake up! You know what? I was thinking before I went on the air today, I've never had so much audio of a candidate that should just destroy the candidate. Never. I mean, you don't need to say, well, no, I think that he doesn't have a valid birth certificate. Just play the audio of him talking. And every time something comes out, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago? It was Joe the plumber. Yeah, well, redistribution of wealth is a good thing. No, it's not. Then last week it was, they didn't take the fundamental restraints that those crazy founding fathers put into the Constitution out. I mean, every week it's something else. This week, let's try a little coal action. Right? Here are two cuts for you. Listen to the first one. Here's Barack Obama.
Under my plan of a cap and trade system, electricity rates would necessarily skyrocket.
Stop. I want you to go on. I just want you to hear that. You notice he's just like, they're necessarily going to skyrocket. But listen to what his explanation is, because they're like, that's taken out of context. Oh, yeah, no. He talks about how it's all going to work out in the end. Listen to this.
Regardless of what I say about whether coal is good or bad, because I'm capping greenhouse gases, coal-powered plants, natural gas, you name whatever the plants were, whatever the industry was, they would have to retrofit their operations. That will cost money. They will pass that money on to consumers. You can already
Stop. So far, I haven't heard the bright spot for you, the consumer. Here we are in this economy, and he wants electricity to skyrocket, and all of these companies to retrofit their plants. Now, he predicted that crazy people like me would actually say it. Listen to the prophet Obama speak.
You can already see what the arguments are going to be during the general election. People will say, Obama and Al Gore, these folks, they're going to destroy the economy. This is going to cost us $8 trillion or whatever their number is. If you can't persuade the American people that, yes, there is going to be some increase in electricity rates on the front end.
Wait, stop just a second. Some increase? You just said electricity costs will skyrocket. That's not some increase. That's skyrocketing increases. To use your own, your own language here. Whatever. I don't know if I'm being nitpicky, but there's a difference between some increase and skyrocketing energy prices.
But that over the long term, because of combinations of more efficient energy usage and changing light bulbs and more
over the
efficient
long term
appliances, but also technology improving how we can produce clean energy, that the economy will benefit. Bulb. If we can't make that
get a new blender
argument persuasively enough, you can be Lyndon Johnson, you can be the master of Washington. You're not going to get that done. Or
unless you control Congress and you don't have a filibuster. Then that cap and trade, that change is coming our way. Isn't that great? By the way, here's cut 2 of the coal thing. By the way, this interview is not a new interview. This is, strangely, yet another piece that the press only found last night. Here we go. Here's cut number 2 of Barack Obama's coal plan.
Alternatives including coal or
let me sort of describe my overall policy. I mean, what I've said is that we would put a cap and trade system in place that is as aggressive, if not more aggressive, than anybody else's out there. I was the first to call for 100%.
Just a second. That is fantastic, by the way. That'll make us very, very competitive in the rest of the world. You know what? He's going to give businesses a $3,000 tax break to hire new people so they don't ship jobs overseas. And that's going to make a very big difference when he's got the most aggressive energy tax on the planet. Gee, I think some things need energy to be able to be made. I think we got to have, we will have fluorescent light bulbs there on the workers' floor So that'll help save pennies every hour. That's fantastic. How are you going to keep businesses here? Oh, I know how he'll do it. He'll start penalizing those companies. He'll start penalizing those companies that try to move workers overseas. So he'll make it even more business friendly. I mean, Rupert Murdoch, who is a Democrat, by the way, has come out today and said, this guy's going to be a disaster for the economy. If anybody has actually read the Forgotten Man by Amity Shlaes that, we talked about 2 years ago on this program, begged you, please read it. You're seeing it all. It's all here. This is it, gang. This is the kind of policy that caused the Great Depression. Remember, stock market crash in 29. It wasn't until 33 that things all hit what just went to hell in a handbasket. When in 1933, that's when everything started to collapse. But what a strange surprise and weird coincidence. That's when FDR came in and started screwing with absolutely everything, from energy to unions. That's weird. All right, so anyway, he goes on about coal.
An auction on the cap and trade system, which means that every unit of carbon or greenhouse gases was emitted would be charged to the polluter. That will create a market in which whatever technologies are out there that are being presented, whatever power plants that are being built, that they would have to meet the rigors of that market and the ratcheted down caps that are imposed every year. So if somebody wants to build a coal power plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum.
Stop. Say it again, please. I'm sorry. Play that again. Coal.
So if somebody wants to build a coal power plant, they can. It's just that it will bankrupt them because they're going to be charged a huge sum for all that greenhouse gas that's being.
Stop. Coal, it's going to bankrupt them. I'm sorry. Can we have what Joe Biden said on the rope line when he was in Pennsylvania or when he was in Ohio? Here it is.
It's just that it will bankrupt.
No, not that one.
No coal plants here in America. Build them if they're going to build them over there. Make them clean because they're killing you. See it. Thank you.
Okay, stop. No coal plants here. Not going to build. And what did Obama say? Obama said, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This man has been lying to the American people. They've never had any intent on building coal plants. They've never had any intent of actually exploring for coal. They've never had any of these intents. They've been lying the whole time. Oh, by the way, it's not just Obama and Biden. It's also the leader of the Senate, Harry Reid. Here's what Harry Reid said. Remember this?
I would only add to what was just said about solar. We talk about cost competitiveness, but the one thing we fail to talk about is those costs that you don't see on the bottom line. That is, coal makes us sick. Oil makes us sick. It's global warming. It's ruining our country. It's ruining our world. We've got to stop using fossil fuel. We have, for generations, taken it out of the earth, carbon out of the earth, and put it in the atmosphere, and it's making us all sick.
Stop. Let's just put this into perspective. Please, let's put this into perspective. He's going to run the coal industry and bankrupt the coal industry. You're not going to be able to have a new coal-fired power plant. You're not going to have one. In 2007, 49% of every bit of electricity came from coal. We are the Saudi Arabia of coal. In the shale in Colorado, you can pump out natural gas out of the shale. We're not doing any of it. Coal is dirty. You got to be kidding me.